Right, are
Okay.
we doing better now?
It sounds like it.
Man, it sounds like we're doing a whole lot better. God is good. Witch Cabin is in the building, y'all. She still came back for your boy. We in the building. Witch Cabin, what's going on, man? I am sorry about the technical difficulties and the things that happened last night. I appreciate you.
You know what? It was an act of nature.
Yeah, heck
We're
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, so let's get into it. I know a lot of people been waiting. I don't want to hold you too long. Let's start back off when we was at question number one. First off, introduce yourself to the people and tell everybody who Witch Cabin Music really is.
Okay, Witch Cabin Music is me. Witch Cabin is the moniker for my solo project, and the reason it's called Witch Cabin is because I started after kind of a long hiatus from music. I started writing again at a cabin in the woods that's black, and it just was where I kind of found my my sound and found music again. So I'm not a witch, nor am I witchy at all, but
Oh,
it's
I was
just a
about to
black.
get scared. I was about to say, I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
Okay.
I might have supernatural powers, but I don't know about it.
Oh, okay, that's dope. She said, I'm like, that supernatural power. Y'all better watch out. We need her in these movies now. You know what I'm saying? So, what inspired you to start making music, and when did you realize this was something serious for you?
Okay, we kind of touched on this yesterday, but we'll go back into it. I've always been obsessed with music. And growing up, I grew up in San Francisco, and I was just kind of a latchkey kid. And it started first with records. Like I would just listen to all my mom's records after school and sing to them. I kind of thought I wanted to be like a Bob Marley backup dancer singer.
Yeah.
Wanted to be a whaler. And then I started buying like used records at the record shops up on Haight, and just like I would just buy them if I liked the cover. And at first, I was really into reggae records, like vintage reggae for some
Oh,
reason, and
okay.
then and Prince, Michael Jackson, all of that. And then I started singing. Yeah.
She said, then I started singing. How would you describe your sound to someone hearing your music for the first time?
It's a little between genres probably, but I'm calling it underground pop because I think that's a broad spectrum that encompasses what I do. It's sort of adjacent to a lot of things, adjacent to dance music, adjacent to, electronic synth. But I end up sometimes in hip hop circles. It's just kind of a weird.
She
I
said, just in
I
the
fit in all these
mix.
weird spaces that but mostly I'm a synth nerd and I sing and I write really personal stuff, but I also like to have a laugh. So I try to do a little bit of both. And
Okay. What's the story behind the name Witch Cabin?
oh, okay, that was the cabin. That's the cabin in the woods.
So that was the cabin. Okay.
Hmm.
Which artists or producers inspired your style the most growing up? Who inspired your style the most?
Ooh, I mean, I'm like I was saying last time. I'm a club kid. I started singing in clubs and stuff when I started singing out, over DJs and stuff like that. And so a lot of the stuff that inspires me is just a long time of dance music, hip hop, Bjork, experimental, Aphex Twin,
Okay.
a lot of Portis had a lot of stuff that was coming out of England, in the late 90s, kind of early 2000s is when I was really starting. So
Okay.
a lot of it comes from there. Yeah.
Okay. Out of all the songs on Spotify, which track means the most to you personally and why?
For me right now,
Yes.
luckily that's easy because I only have two songs on Spotify, and they both and I have one more. I have one more coming out on June 2nd. So follow me on Spotify, Witch Cabin, and then you'll know when it comes out. It's actually gonna be a Prince cover, which is
Okay.
the first cover I've ever done in all these years. But it's gonna be a cover of When You Were Mine that sort of happened by accident. And I love it. I'm really excited about it. But right now,
Yeah,
We
I'm
Want
excited too.
Connection.
Okay.
Well, thank you. We Want Connection is the first one that really felt like, okay, I know what Witch Cabin is, and I know what it's about, and I know what the sound is, and it kind of just poured out of me after having an experience. And it became sort of the theme for the record. So it means a lot to me sound wise. It means a lot to me what it's about, and it's a lot about the chaos of connection
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
and dating all of it, just the way that people are treating each other. And I kind of think from when I even wrote that song until now, people are starting to talk about it more, and
Oh,
so I guess.
we're gonna make them talk about it more because I'm finna get into a lot of promotion and advertising and things for you. So you don't even worry about that. We
Oh,
finna get it into a lot of people's hands. We finna promote it like crazy. So they gonna get to talking about it because I was talking about it. My wife likes the song. So she
oh,
actually,
cool.
and then my daughter, she gets up and she grabs my phone for Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And then she, next thing you know, she's like, she's like, she'll play the song over and over, over and over, over and over and over and over. I'm like, hey, girl, you like that song? I love
Family
Connection.
approved.
Yeah, I'll send you a
Family
promo video. My
approved.
daughter, she'll start to getting it in. I'm like, oh, check her out. I got it. I got you. I'm gonna send you a video of it.
Cute. How old's your daughter?
My daughter is 2 years old, going on 3. I got 6 kids total.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
got a house that's going crazy all day long.
All the
Those
sound. That's a
okay.
lot of blessings.
Oh
I
yeah,
only have one blessing, and I'm exhausted.
this is a lot of craziness that's going on. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah, a lot of high blood pressure.
what's your creative process like when you're in the studio creating music? What's your process like?
Well, I start off alone, and I end up bringing in people. When I kind of hit that point where I'm like, okay, I've done all I can do. So I'll produce it, and then I'll kind of bring in, people to top end produce with me. I have a kind of crew in New York that I love to work with, especially Ryan Martin. He produces my vocals too. He's really good at all these like little ideas. There's like these little moments I would have never thought of, and he does it. So I go to New York to work with him. But it starts off with me, Ableton. I like to kind of have an analog synth somewhere in there, something that's can feel alive, and
Yeah.
then I'll make beats, and I have my Prophet. I have an
Oh, so you
organ.
make your own beats and everything too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
So you got to break it down. So you're not just a singer. You make your own beats. It
Cool.
seems like you can
Yeah.
dance. It seems like you travel a lot. Oh, okay. Oh man, it's more than
Yeah.
Witch Cabin, y'all, than what we think. She do more than just sing labels. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what Wish Cape Cabin became about, and especially with We Want Connection, I was like, oh, I'm producing this,
Yes.
and I've always been the girl sitting behind a guy who's producing it, and to be honest, I was probably insufferable because I always thought, well, girls aren't the producers,
Yeah,
it's guys,
that's what they
and
think. But the new era now is a lot of women producers. You know what I'm
Pink
saying? So
Panther, like yeah, there's a lot of women producers, and women keep going. It's only like 14% women right now, but it's awesome. Also, I can't recommend enough. I started once I realized, okay, I'm really gonna produce, and I really want it to be good. I'm currently doing the Pete Tong DJ Academy. They do a music production course, and it's like
okay.
$40 a month. And my skills from even We Want Connection until now have just gone through the roof of understanding, oops, how beats work, how sound works. I'm just gonna turn this off. Sorry. How beats sound, how bass, works with kick drums, and how to make room for everything. And it's just like open my eyes. So women, go to the Pete Tong DJ Academy producer course.
Hey, y'all heard her. Hey, with the academy, y'all better go on and get your stuff together. She over there getting it all. And see, all of you
Mm.
artists, this is if you put your work in. This is a person that put their work in. They travel, they take the classes, they do the things. You know what I'm saying? When you're being an independent artist, this is what help you keep all of your royalties, your rights to different things, and things like that. And always continue to network. You see how she all over the place, New York, here, back. Continue to network. Network is the biggest and best thing. Check it out. Do you
And you
write
feel
for?
supported.
Yep,
Sorry. Yeah,
and you
and
get
for
supported.
support. We
Yeah.
support each other, and yeah.
Do you write from personal experiences, or do you create more of a imagination and vibes?
Very, very, very personal. But I also, as you write a song, it starts to take on a mind of its own too. Once the
Yeah.
lyrics start getting in there and the sounds give a feeling. So, We Want Connection is very personal. It is a story of a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of figuring that. I was like, we won't connect. Then you got the guy in the ring. I said, oh, that poor dude gonna get it today. Oh man, I said she
Oh, in the
finna give it to
video.
him.
That's my friend Jose, and he was so sweet. Every time we'd pause, he'd like kiss me on the shoulder and be like, I don't want to hit you. I'm sorry.
Shout outs to Jose, man.
um,
Thanks, Jose, for the video.
Jose, he's not on social media, or I would tell you to follow him.
All
He's
right.
the best. Um, but yeah, it's always personal. And then also, I sort of have a vivid imagination and probably some delusion, but it starts to become a little bit surreal in my head, and so a lot of the metaphors and things that'll come out are a little bit otherworldly, or I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's very personal. I don't think I could write anything that wasn't.
So you're basically, yeah, you're like Kendrick Lamar. A lot of them, and then a lot of singers that write from personal experiences, like Mary J. and things like that. They write from personal experiences, and that's how they got a lot of hit records. So yeah, you're very personal, but your song is a guaranteed vibe. So
Oh,
we
cute.
finna bang it out. What's the biggest challenge you faced as an independent artist so far?
There's so many challenges for sure, and then there's also so much agency. I think it's trying to get sold to you like you're so lucky. What a great time to be an independent artist. But to be honest, you have to have a little cash. Like you have to be able to have people help you, and it's like you're not going to get money from a label, so you've got to get a job, save your money, and that whole idea like, well, I'm only an artist, like right now you can't be. And I own a catering company. And I'm kind of segueing out of it and more into music, but that has come over time.
So
I've had to invest in marketing.
So wait a minute.
How
Now
to
you
do
own a catering company too. So she's
Mhm.
catering, doing music, making beats, flying around. Wow, wow, that's
And I got a
amazing.
kid. I got a 10-year old.
And she got a 10-year-old. You are a super woman. For all of you ladies that saying it can't be done, or you got a baby and it can't happen, this is a prime example right now. You just lazy. You can make it happen, man. This lady got a 10-year-old and she's doing
No, you're not
everything.
lazy.
Huh?
We're not lazy. I went through a divorce. I went through a separation and suddenly had a lot of energy to put somewhere. And honestly, like when everyone's talking about, did you see such and such show last night? I'm like, no, because every night I work on music and I don't watch TV. Like I don't. That's kind of where what I traded in.
Oh yeah. When you
That's my
married,
fun is
yeah,
working on music.
yeah. Because when you married, you pick up a lot of other responsibilities that don't give you the time to be able to do the things that you want to do when it's 50-50. So you got to really spread out that time to make things happen. Trust me, I get it. I get it. If you could collaborate with any artist in the world right now, who would it be and why?
Ooh. There's a couple that come to mind right away. I love Tyler. Tyler the Creator, so creative, obviously. Such a good producer, but so all over the place.
Mhm.
I would Fred again, actually, is working with so many different singers and he's so prolific that I think it would be really fun to do work with him. Um, those are just a couple of people that come to mind. There's so many people I would probably love to work with.
So
If
there's so
I
many people.
needed it.
What separates Rich Cabin music from everybody else in the game?
Me, I
She
guess.
said,
I'm
"Me."
the only I'm, I'm the only one that could be this weirdo. I guess it's not so much that I feel separate from people. I actually feel inspired by so many people. But hold on, Nico. Absolutely not. Sorry, I'm a mom who
You
want
good?
no. Oh my God, I'm on a radio show.
You
SeaWorld.
good? You good? You
Uh,
good? She's good. I got
uh,
six of them. They start to running around here sometimes too. It's all good. Let's get it in.
um, but what were we saying? I guess what I feel like what sets me apart is the only thing that can set everyone apart. And there's room for everybody to be set apart. And that is by being 1,000% yourself. And, I think for a long time, and one of the reasons I quit was I felt more pressure to not be myself, or like, I felt more insecure, honestly. I wouldn't even, maybe it's not pressure as much as I just wasn't as sure of myself. And now I'm such a hype man for myself that I don't
God,
care. It's yeah, been a lot of listening events and stuff, and they're on the one hand, someone will be like, "This is a 10 out of 10. Is this AI? This is amazing," and someone else will be like, "Demiza was like, this is weird," and turned it off right away. And I'm
uh,
happy
we
in
got
either.
critics. We got the critics of music.
And I'm like, that means that it's making you feel something. And like I couldn't try to play to Demiza and Roll Carter and because they were like, this is amazing. So it's like you can't just be blown over by a breeze of who says something about what you're doing. You got to just be very, very, very strong internally.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. You got to. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like giving up on music? If so, what kept you motivated?
What kept me motivated was actually quitting. I I thought I was aging out a long time ago when I probably was because at that time you were supposed to be a 22-year-old pop star and that's what, people did want me to be. And we were in the Red Bull Academy, we were about to get signed and all this stuff happened and then all of a sudden our guy got transferred, this is my old band, got transferred to Switzerland and everything just went through the cracks and I just kind of crumbled. I was like, you know what? I need to kick butt at my second or third choice instead of, you know, this grind at my first choice. And so I went and I started this catering company. I had a kid, and I think my confidence came from being able to be really successful at something else.
Now you said the
And
guy got transferred to Switzerland.
yeah, like our champion at Red Bull, who was like, really all about us, he got transferred, and the person that replaced him just didn't have the same passion about us.
What do
Like
you mean
what?
by transferred? Was he in the army? Was he in the navy?
No,
Like,
no, with Red Bull
oh, I'm
Academy.
like, okay, he just got
He worked
transferred
for
to the
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull in Switzerland. Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah, he just got transferred to a different country,
Yeah, I was like,
and we
oh
lost
no,
our.
like, like, oh, that
We just
sucks.
they sent him to the moon.
Oh, that
Um,
sucks. But go ahead.
it just, that is how music goes, But right now, I can't hinge on someone like a label or Red Bull or anyone else, so I also can't be let down by that same machine.
Yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed. What can fans expect next from Witch Cabin Music this year? New singles, albums, videos, or performances?
Yes, all of it. So I already have a bunch of songs done, and we're going to be releasing them kind of one at a time just so they can breathe. The next one is the Prince cover. Super excited. There's little teasers on my Instagram starting to come out for that. Um, and then we're probably going to do a song probably a month until November when we'll have kind of the record come out.
Okay.
Um, and in the meantime, I'm going to be working on a live show and starting to play by like midsummer.
Okay, okay. Well, I got my last and final question for you. I told you I wasn't gonna hold you long. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I
okay.
told you I wasn't gonna hold you long. Finally, what message would you like to give to your supporters and everyone watching the 710 South Show?
What message would I like to give?
Yes,
If you
what
are
message?
supporting me, thank you so much. And one thing I guess I want is to be inclusive, and I want people whatever world I create, whatever that is, I want people to know it's a world that they're welcome. And I think one of the reasons I do so much personal expression is I feel very passionate about wanting people to feel like they're not crazy. So if I'm like, I acted like this, I
Okay.
chase when I know I shouldn't, I do these things, and people are gonna see themselves and be like, okay, if we're not alone in the stuff that we do. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I think that's kind of important to me to be open so that other people that aren't as open or don't express themselves this way can have something to connect with.
Okay, okay. Now, I want you to take over right now. I want you to go ahead and give your shout outs, whoever you want to shout out. Tell everybody when's your next shows, the dates, all that good stuff before we get up out of here. I want you to be able to. What's up, little man? I see you back there. What's happening, man? Yeah, you over there with mommy, huh? Take care of moms, all right? We need Witch
Yeah, take
Cabin.
care,
You
mom.
gotta take
Oh,
care of moms, man. Yeah, moms, I
okay.
want you to all your shout outs, who you want to show love to, all that good stuff.
Shout
You
out,
take
I
it away.
will say, shout out to this little dude because he inspires me so much every day. He's a crazy little artist, and this dude right here, and I guess, and that dude, our dog. But truly, he does inspire me. When I see how his brain works, when I see so much of myself in it, it really inspires me. But shout out to Ryan Martin who produces my vocals, mixes, and does really great additional production on my songs. Like he just will add these things that elevate it and take it all the way there, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Liz Maniscalco is someone I've done some that's also done production with me. Jules Salazar, you. She's believed in me from the second she heard me, and I'm working with her now. That's my publicist that I met through Chris Tyson and the Raul Carter Mike
She's
Madness
amazing.
thing.
Jules is amazing to so many different people. Jules, man, Jules got hundreds of people that loves her. She done helped so many people. She's been dealing with me and a lot of people for over like 15, 10, 15 years now. Jules is amazing at what she does.
She's
Shout
amazing.
out, Jules.
Yes, shout bit major big up Jules. I she you know if I have a moment of doubt, I talk to her and I'm like, oh, she's just like, you're doing great, you're doing great, let's go.
Yeah, she has that
So
personality where you don't want to. Once you talk to her, you don't want to stop. Once you talk to
yeah,
Jules,
she's
Jules will be like, "What? What are you talking about? We're not
yeah,
stopping." I love
yeah. Well,
Jules.
I'm not stopping. No, no way. So yeah, I think that's probably good. You know, I could go on forever, but then we'd be getting into friends and family and um
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, we just had Witch Cabin right here on the 710 South Show, man. It was great having Witch Cabin right here on the 710 South Show. Her son, and the dog. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time today, man. And I appreciate you, Witch Cabin, for sticking with your boy, man, even though we had technical difficulties last night. This is
all
your
good.
boy, Mr. OD Radio Live, and I am signing out. Y'all know what it is.
All right. Thank you. So nice talking to you.
Thank you. You too. See you next time. All right, y'all. This is your boy, Mr. OD Radio Live, right here in the mix, man. And it was going down, man. We just had a good conversation with